these great influential gatekeepers to spread the awareness, to spread proper information all the time and do away with myths in order to encourage the uptake of this vaccine introduction, and this will help to safeguard our communities, our families, our children, and the society at large. It may interest us to know that though every one of us can be infected by this vaccine because it's a sexually transmitted infection, the resources available to the implementing organizations can only take care of a certain age cohort, which is female children within the age of 9 to 14 years. And we appeal to you that during the launch of this vaccine, let us present our children. Some of us are young grandmas and grandpas in the house. Some of us are parents who have children within that age cohort. We appeal that you encourage them to come out during the vaccine launch. Only then can we combat this dreaded infection. So, in case there is any issues of concern, in order to save time, I will call on Dr. Edima Olori, who is a medical doctor with the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, to briefly address any issues of concern and give us a brief, long rundown on cervical cancer, which is one of the dreaded resultant effects of the infection of HPV. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, distinguished professors, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to you all. I am Dr. Olori Dima Michael, an obstetrician and gynecology with the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, and I'm also a representative of the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, and I'm also part of the team, the technical working group for the human papillomavirus vaccine introduction to Kosovo State. So we're a team, we're all working alongside with civil societies and other stakeholders to ensure that our young girls are vaccinated. So I want to say a big thank you to the Chairman and the Senate for giving us this opportunity. We do not take this for granted. Thank you very much, ma'am. So with regards to the information we just heard, in the sub-Saharan Africa, where Nigeria is cervical cancer. And this cancer, from the statistics that we have, there are about 12,000 new cases on a daily basis and about 8,000 deaths annually. And this is the reason why every one of us sitting here should join the fight against cervical cancer. And we might be wondering, I know we are all right in the house, but permit me to still break it down for us to understand the depth of this body and this problem we're talking about. When we're talking about cervical cancer, from the word cancer, is whereby abnormal cells in your body continue to divide in an uncontrolled manner. And what is this? The cervix, it talks about the lowest part of the woman's uterus, the place we call the womb. The lowest part that leads into the vagina, we say the name of the womb. That's the part that is affected when it comes to cervical cancer. And it's one of the things that have been killing our women. Our women die almost every day. There in the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, if you come to the gynae ward, a whole section is dedicated to oncology. Out of their 10 patients on admission, about 7 to 8 are battling with cervical cancer. And thank God to the government of Nigeria and even that particular state that has made it possible for us to engage in fighting this cervical cancer. Because one of the ways in which we prevent this condition, because we need to know the causes. That's why the fact that we have the ability to cause cancer, maybe family history, genetic, but for cervical cancer, at least the culprit has been identified, which is the human papilloma virus. And that is why we are all out to ensure that it does not continue to cause this menace in our society. So with that said, one of the ways in which we can prevent but Nigeria launched the first part of it 24th of October last year, and Portugal was not part of the first phase. So this is the second phase of the vaccine launch, and Portugal is part of the second phase. And we are vaccinating young girls aged 9 to 14 years of age with the human papilloma virus vaccine. Those are the females 9 to 14 that will benefit from this vaccination. Everybody is eligible because the human papilloma virus is a sexually transmitted infection that is being carried by both male and female. But the sad part is that it is the female that suffer from cervical cancer. The program is being launched. The free HPV vaccine, we're actually targeting the female gender, the female children, because they are in the long run, they are the ones that may likely suffer from the human papilloma virus that may eventually lead to cervical cancer in the future. Yeah. So my time is very short. No questions from the audience. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Questions? Women?
No, from the men.
Want to ask questions? From the men, find out about their daughters and wives. Cervical cancer. They are told of 8,000 deaths every day. Someone's answer.
I'm coming to you, please.
Chairman of the Senate, fellow senators, all the thank the presenter for what she has just presented. And I have a little question. You said the category of girls that should be given this vaccine is between 9 and 14. I want to ask, do you consider those that have been infected already? If you want to measure what is happening currently in Nigeria, in case of rape, a girl of 9 to 14 or less number of years must have, some of them must have experienced rape or defilement. If in the process they were infected, do you consider that before giving this vaccine, or should you do a little of laboratory diagnosis to confirm whether the candidate is free before the vaccine is given? Thank you.
She would not benefit from the human papilloma virus vaccine. She will still benefit from it, and she will still go ahead to spray later in life. Thank you very much.
I'm worried about the source of this vaccine because we in Africa sometimes suffer a lot from experiments that emanate from outside. The case of HIV, the case of other sicknesses, we know that they are started from trials in the lab. Now we have NAFDAC. I don't know whether NAFDAC has considered and studied the makeup of this drug, this vaccine. And if they have not, or if they have, what is the shelf life, that is the activity time of the vaccines we use? Thank you.
This kind of question from pharmacy. Prof, for the nation to take it up as a program, you can be sure that NAFDAC has looked into it. HPV is not new in Nigeria. HPV vaccine. It's been there. It shows that the phase is coming to Cross River State. And please, I think the reason why they are here is for us to be enlightened enough to take the message out. It's about our children. So let us leave the stories and all that we hear around. Those stories, those myths, we should avoid them. We should. Honestly, we should. The vaccines our children are taking, have we asked whether NAFDAC has looked into them? It's the same source. National Primary Health Agency is many people have come to this state to give us HPV vaccine, and we have refused. This one is coming from National Primary Health and Development Agency. We don't have any reason to begin to cast
Former Commissioner of Health. It's okay. Thank you.
But it's interesting to know also, sir, that this vaccine has undergone all the phases of clinical trials before it was actually launched, even outside of Nigeria. This vaccine has been in place since 2006. So it's not the vaccine is just starting today. And besides, Russia is part of the second phase, meaning that there are 16 states, 15 states in Nigeria, including the FCT, to make it 16, that took part in the first phase that occurred in October. And normally, everybody will be worried about what are the side effects of this vaccination that is going to be introduced. From the study so far, based on all the literatures we've looked at and we've reviewed also, we've looked at the fact that most of the side effects are side effects that are related to the normal vaccine that every other person takes, the fever, the slight fever, the pain and the signs of injection.
I want to ask one very simple question. I have a girl that is 17 years old. I think she will want to be the vaccine. I have a boy that is 12 years old. I know we have things like canine wax, yes, which is also caused by this virus. I want to protect my children.
Human papilloma virus vaccination program, the one that is being given free, is for female aged 9 to 14. The vaccine can be gotten by everybody because human papilloma virus affects both the male and the female. But anyone outside these brackets I've just mentioned, you will have to procure the vaccine. It's your own money. Yes, you have to do it. Okay, a dose costs about 60,000 naira. That's the more take this opportunity seriously.
Dr. Laurie, let me throw the basket upside down. Well, I got the question from the Dean of Pharmacy. I don't know if he's read the literature I have already read about the vaccine, which may be why he brought that question up. Because I've read some literature where in some studies, some animal studies, this human papillomavirus vaccine caused what they call abnormal patterns in follicle-stimulating hormone, progesterone, and thyroxine. And these hormones are actually the hormones are oftentimes implicated in infertility. And targeting these particular population groups appears to suggest that this may be a mechanism of neuroorganism to break down the population vaccine. So if papillomavirus causes cancer after 25 years, I would have thought they should give me malaria vaccine and put the malaria vaccine on the primary health care list for everybody to take, because I think that malaria kills more and it's more impactful negatively on our economy and on our health. The papillomavirus, you have just told us, your fear is cancer. It takes 25 years. I tell you, even the vegetable like meat, you know with good nutrition, that is why the virus cannot stay. If you eat well, the normal chemotactic activities will scatter everywhere.
Many of us will have many stories to tell, and it is very dangerous for us to believe anything and everything we read out there when it comes to vaccines. Cervical cancer is one cancer that can be prevented very easily, and there are many people that have this problem. Now, talking about malaria, new provost that it was difficult to have the vaccine for malaria because of the antigen, but slowly we are getting there. We have launched the vessel. So if in the process we have human papillomavirus vaccine produced before we have this, we only have malaria vaccine. That's the truth. So what is wrong about it? I don't think we should go to this line of discouraging people and bringing all these myths around. Truly, when you have somebody that has cervical cancer, you will understand what I mean. It is preventable, and this is an opportunity for us to prevent this cancer. Please, let us not allow this progress to stop us from taking this step and ensuring that our children are protected. We don't have much time. We need to move on to I was asking for the lady. I want to thank you. I know that medical women have been doing a lot. There are so much involved in preventing medicine, especially for we the women. And I appreciate you again, medical women. They have been to our hostels a number of times, even before I became busy, to work with our students for cervical cancer. Taking our screening, people of breast and comfort screening tests for our female students is very important. About 2017, when they did that, I remember I was in DC, we discovered two cases of the students that were almost dead, and then they started attending to them. So please try and come over again and do that screening for all of us, even at the medical center. But like the BBC has said, I just told her, you know you were Commissioner for Health, you better talk in this thing. Before Nigeria, there is no vaccine that will come that will not give some kind of stories and meanings in it. COVID came here, they said COVID vaccine was to be used to sterilize Africans. Even when we have polio, the same thing. Even if they bring malaria now, they will say the same thing. So I want to thank you. But did you tell them where they can come for it?
On Children's Day, and there are different locations for the vaccine. I'll be using most of the primary healthcare centers in administering the vaccine, and also there will be school-based where the vaccinated will be going to the different schools, churches, and vaccinating all our children. Thank you.
So he gave us his validity.